Welcome to the Xbox Infinite Podcast. Alright, so what's up, dude? How you been doing?
Not bad, man. I've been busy with work, and when I can play video games, I've just been playing old games. What have you been doing?
Pretty much the same thing. I played Minecraft Dungeons today, and I decided that given that we're going to start this podcast, that it wouldn't make sense that I've never actually played through Halo, so I started Halo today.
I kind of like where that's headed, because we could play Halo co-op, and I've been trying to get you to do that forever.
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be kind of a poser thing not to have played through Halo. You know, it's like the biggest Xbox game.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. So that's what I plan on doing. I'll probably play more tomorrow if you want to try to jump in some co-op.
Yeah, dude. I'm down.
Sick. Other than that, I don't think I've been doing anything.
I've been doing things outside of like video games, but nothing too exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I got extremely sunburnt yesterday.
That's gross.
Yeah, everything hurts.
Let's see. Oh, so started a new band, and we've already got a record label that wants to put a demo out, so that's sick.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And then we got a show next weekend. We've been playing Renegade shows with this COVID stuff going on.
Right. It's hard out there for everybody, I think. Yeah, all right. You want to just jump in this news crap? There's like nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so I got like 8 pieces of news, and none of them are exciting.
I want to hear them. Non-exciting news is always sweet.
Okay, all right, ready? We got this Xbox game sale that's going on right now, right? So it's called the Rockin' Action Sale. It's got a bunch of games, way too many to list in like a conversation. I'd put you to sleep, but pretty much all the Borderlands games are on sale. 3 or 4 of the Far Cry games are on sale, and then like the Devil May Cry HD collection's on sale. So if people are trying to buy games cheap with all this coronavirus crap going on, it's probably a pretty good sale.
That sounds decent. Those are good time-wasting games, at least.
Yeah, I was looking through them. Like a lot of the games on the sale are like $10, but there's nothing like that. I was like, oh god, we got to talk about that. So that's pretty much just nonsense.
All right then. What else you got?
Sea of Thieves gets a free monthly update today, actually, the 27th.
Oh, you're dating us.
I don't know anything about it. Yeah, well, I mean, we gotta date us. It's this week. I don't know anything about Sea of Thieves. The update said something about daily bounties.
Ooh, it might be about
that
time
is
to
all
get
I
back
can give
into
you.
that game.
Yeah, maybe. That's all the information I can give you. There's something about story stuff, but it said something about it returning, so I think it's old story stuff that they're just bringing back.
Didn't even know that game had a story.
Neither did I. It was one of the other updates. See? We're learning. And then number 3, I got No Man's Sky is coming to Game Pass in June, but the exact date has not yet been announced. Now, this one's kind of a big deal because of, No Man's Sky really turned itself around, and you can play with your friends.
Yeah, I started playing No Man's Sky about a month ago. There was more to do than I had expected because I quit paying attention after it first came out, and I bought it on sale.
Yeah, I bought it back in December, I think, when GameStop had buy one get one on used games. And there's a lot to do. I ended up just being a space pirate and really kind of screwed everything over for myself.
Yeah, so. I did the same thing.
Yeah. But as far as a Game Pass game, it's great because it's like tons of stuff to do if you're looking for that kind of thing. And you have Game Pass. Number 4 on the list, we got 2 different quotes about the next generation consoles came out this week. One of them was in an interview with Ed Boon, the guy who made Mortal Kombat, and one was with Phil Spencer. So Boone said that load times would have a huge impact he said, quote, "That's suddenly going to open doors that weren't considered possible before, and I think we haven't even scratched the surface of what will eventually be done with those systems." Phil, on the other hand, when he was talking about it, he was saying that games are going to feel better on the next generation consoles with improved frame rates. So he said, quote, "We're getting to the point where the immersion feel that you get through the fluidity and other things is now up to par with the visual capabilities that we have." So what I gathered from this is that the point they're both making is that obviously graphics will improve with the next generation of consoles, but it seems like people are talking more about the other things. And I think that has to do with the fact that, like, with 4K, graphics can't really get that much better. Honestly, like, how do you look better than what we already have?
Yeah, I mean, you can only prepare so much when you don't know what's going to happen.
Right. And Ed Boon's quote kind of seemed a little bit lame, just on the fact that he's like, the things that we'll see are later on are going to be way cooler than what we see at first. Like, that happens with every console generation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like if you look at a game that came out like this month, and then you look at like fucking Rise, you remember that game?
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah.
Probably day one, and it was a huge step forward from 360. But playing it again, you would probably cringe.
Yeah, you definitely would, because I still cringe to thinking about it. I'm like, this game is not very good. So I'm kind of curious. Like, we're supposed to get Halo Infinite like day one.
Really?
I think that's what they're saying is Halo Infinite's gonna be the launch title. So I feel like we're looking already at a really high bar setting out the gate on these consoles. But it's all also backwards compatible. Like, you'll be able to play on your normal Xbox One.
Which, to compare it, like they did that with GTA 5, where it came out on Xbox One very soon after launch. But we were already playing on 360.
Right.
Which that blew our minds when we made the switch to Xbox One with it.
Did you see the not to get too sidetracked from the next gen conversation, it kind of falls in. It was last week, which did you see that Take-Two, the guys who like published GTA and all that? Did you see that they said they were gonna put out like 60 games in the next 2 years or something like that?
No.
They said some nonsense like that. I wish I had the exact quote, because I didn't think you were gonna bring up GTA, but it was news from a week ago, so it doesn't really fall in here. But yeah, they said something like 60 games. I don't even know how that's possible.
That seems highly illogical unless they've already started working on them and they're just gonna dump them.
Right, but like, they can't be huge games like GTA. There's no way they have 60 of those sitting around.
No.
Speaking of which, do you think we're going to get GTA 6 on next gen, or do you think they're going to port GTA 5 again?
I hope they don't port it. Probably unpopular opinion, but I hate GTA 5 Online now.
Isn't it the worst?
I despise it.
I don't really like it either. And we never got story DLC.
That was.
And what's going on with Red Dead?
Red Dead is not going to get story DLC either, I don't believe, and their online is pretty boring too, to be honest. They keep adding things in, but with the microtransaction era, it's
right.
One of those things. You're buying cosmetics is all you're doing, because you can't buy rocket-powered horses and shit.
Right. Is the grind as bad as it is in GTA Online? Because that's really the downfall of GTA Online.
I've only dabbled slightly in Red Dead Online, and it's not as bad, but I don't think there's much to do. Because nothing you can do would be... You're not going to buy a sports car in that game, so, like, yeah, you can buy a faster horse, but it doesn't make that much difference.
Right. You'd think they would just have you, like... Why can't you just, like, catch horses in the wild?
You can, but they're never going to be as good as the ones you can buy. Actually, I don't know if you can in the online, now that I think about it.
That's what I was wondering. I don't know. I haven't played Red Dead 2 yet. It's on Game Pass now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So maybe I'll have to check that out. Even though I bought it back in December, Maybe it's easier to just download it on Game Pass. I don't have to find the disc then.
Yeah. We're getting sidetracked, but Red Dead 2
We are very sidetracked.
has a terrific story. Probably one of the best stories I've played in terms of a shooting game. But it'll catch your attention, and it's a really long game, so you're not going to sit down and beat it in 2 days. So you're not going to feel cheated. Even like me, I bought it when it first came out. I think I played it for a week and a half, 2 weeks before I beat it, and that was the only thing I was playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I saw when it came out that a lot of people were talking about how like much depth is to the game. But anyway,
I had something funny, but I'm just gonna let it pass.
I don't know if you could just drop that and not say it.
I still remember when it first came out, everybody was freaking out because the male horses had genitalia physics.
Okay, all right. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. Now that we did an entire tangent on GTA and Rockstar in general, basically. Next gen. Are we pumped? Are we not pumped? How do we feel?
I'm pumped about it, but I'm not sure what to expect yet.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm tired of these articles and quotes being like, saying that it's a game changer and all this crap. Like, I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. You got to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I guess, part of the Phil's quote that I did not put in here was he was saying that it's hard in a coronavirus world, because he was talking about the feel of the games, and he's saying it's hard to put the feel of a game into, like, a trailer, and it's hard to put consoles in front of people at, like, demos, because coronavirus. You can't just get a group of people together right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to put a lot of delays on the conventions and things, so it's going to be select people that get to try these out now, for the time being, anyways.
Right. So, yeah, that's, at least he's recognizing that, hey, everything they're saying is talk, but it's hard to not talk right now because that's all you can do. And speaking of delaying conventions, we didn't get an E3. There's no E3. I think that's part of the reason why the news is so dead, is because like everybody's just announcing things at their own time now.
Yeah, I believe you're right, because I guess E3 was always the big push for the year.
Yeah. So now it's like, and there's not going to probably be any conventions, so it's just going to be like whenever they feel like announcing things, that's when they're going to announce things.
Might be better off, honestly, because we have had a lot of very partial games being released at launch. It's been a strange trend.
Right. Yeah. Or things that get announced and then we don't see them for 7 years.
Yeah.
A little tired of that too. All right. Number 5 on my list, we got Minecraft Dungeons came out this week. So we got to talk about it. I know you're not that excited about it, but we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's first party. It's not exclusive because, it's Minecraft. They put it on everything. But I'll just talk about it for a minute because I've been playing it. I want to start by saying that it's super short because I'm already on the final boss.
Really? That's not even been out
just came
long.
out. Yeah, it's very short. There's a lot. I'm not like maxed out in the game. Like the max level is 50. I'm on the final boss. I'm level 20.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of like going back and playing things, I think is what I'm supposed to do. Like there's a secret level and everything that you can unlock. I saw that when I was looking at the news. Somebody spoiled it. But anyway, it's a Diablo style action RPG, but it's got like nowhere near as much depth as Diablo has. So like in Diablo, you have like abilities, and as you level up, you pick different abilities, and you only have so many ability slots, so there's a lot of depth in like deciding. And then you have like 8 pieces of armor or some crap plus 2 weapons. Like you got all that stuff going on in Diablo.
Yeah.
In Minecraft Dungeons, you have 1 piece of armor, a sword or like pickaxe, whatever melee weapon, and then you have a bow, and then you have 3 things called artifacts, which are basically your abilities. So one of them I got was a fishing rod, so you can like fish an enemy near you, and then it stuns them for a few seconds. And then I got an ability that collects souls, and then you use the souls to heal yourself. So it's a lot of stuff like that. So it's like if you wanted to play, like if you're burnt out on Diablo, and let's say you want to play with like, you know, a younger brother or, you know, a cousin. Like I feel like Mirik would probably like it. That's the kind of game that it is. It's not like if you're like, I love Diablo and I need something on that level. This isn't that game.
This could be considered like maybe an introduction to that style of game then.
Right.
I gotcha.
So it is fun though. I had a lot of fun playing it. And it's got like, it looks, you know, like Minecraft, but from a top-down view. And the music is like 100% Minecraft music. Like it feels good playing it.
Huh.
And the only other thing to note is before you can play multiplayer, you have to finish the tutorial level, but it only takes you a couple minutes.
I think that's a standard now anyways, though. But that's not a bad standard.
Right. So, I mean, it's on Game Pass, so I don't know if I would pay for it, but I got it on Game Pass, and it was a lot of fun to play. That's all I have to say about it, honestly.
Yeah, I'll have to, if I see Mirik playing it, I'll have to check it out. But other than that, I don't have an interest to play it solo.
Right. For the listeners, Mirik's our younger cousin.
Oh yeah, I guess we should have clarified that.
Yeah, I clarified. They figured it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
He was definitely playing it earlier, but I didn't jump in with him. I just saw him on. All right. For number 6 on my list, there's a Call of Duty rumor. So supposedly the next Call of Duty is gonna be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This was leaked on Twitter, and then Eurogamer reported that it's heard the same thing from one of its sources. So it seems like Treyarch's making a similar approach as Infinity Ward did last year, where they're going back to their roots. What do you think about that?
I'd say that's a wise decision because they did get very out of hand there for a while.
Yeah, I think we would both agree that futuristic Black Ops 3 was too far.
Yeah. Once you started throwing
and Black Ops 4.
Yeah. Once you started throwing in people with superpowers, I lost touch. I was not a fan anymore.
Yeah, I think that was about when we both fell out. Was Black Ops 3. What I'm wondering, we can pretty much assume this rumor's true if Eurogamer reported on it. So, I'm wondering, are they going to update Warzone to match the new game, or are they going to reboot with another battle royale again?
I'm curious about that as well because isn't Warzone kind of Infinity Ward's thing?
Yeah. So that's the thing. So I did see some people are leaking. There's apparently some assets in Warzone that are Cold War related, and people are saying they think, given this rumor, that maybe the reveal for the next Call of Duty is going to happen in Warzone, like through an in-game event.
Ooh, that would be kind of huge, really.
That would be pretty cool. It would put Warzone on that Fortnite level, where they keep doing in-game events in Fortnite.
Yeah. I'm gonna get off topic. Did you see when? I think they're still doing it. They're having concerts in Fortnite now.
Yeah.
I haven't watched one yet, but I messed around on the level that they're doing them on. It's really cool.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
So I went to I think I was at the Marshmello concert, which was it was when they were still doing them in normal game mode, so you could get killed and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. It was cool.
I think getting slightly off topic. I think Mirik actually was playing during the Travis Scott one, and it was before they made the Party Royale mode, which is one you can't kill each other and you just play around.
Right.
But they have like a stage in that mode now too, like an actual music stage. The Travis Scott one was in Battle Royale, but it was its own separate game mode, and you couldn't kill each other, and it was like teleporting you through the map, and you could fly and all kinds of cool stuff.
Huh. While we're off topic, just real quick, I think, you know that movie Tenet that's coming out?
No, sorry.
It's who's the guy who directed the Dark Knight, the Batman movie? Christopher Nolan.
Okay, I was like,
It's Christopher Nolan's new movie.
okay.
I guess he has a exclusive trailer or something that's in Fortnite right now on that party mode, or it might have just happened. I saw something on Twitter about it. Fortnite's still doing crazy events, but looping us back into Call of Duty, that could be on that level. Like if they announced a Call of Duty within Warzone, people would be talking about it.
Oh yeah, especially if it was to compare it to something like Watch Dogs 2 was the first place the Assassin's Creed trailer was in.
Right.
So if it was a hidden
that'd
thing,
be insane.
yeah.
Which I've seen like in Warzone, there's key cards and like phones will ring. There's all kinds of weird like Easter eggy stuff.
I've noticed that.
I don't know what any of it means, but I don't know. They better just update Warzone. If they reboot again, they're gonna lose so much goodwill. That's how I feel about it. Even though this one is free, people don't want to keep downloading things.
No. Because I'm slightly out of touch with Warzone. I don't play it as often. Have they ever updated the map, or is it the same map still?
I believe it is the same map. To my knowledge, it has not been updated.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody listening is going to come back and tell us that we're idiots.
So yeah, somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, they changed this," but
Right. Maybe they'll tell us what the key cards are about.
yeah.
Actually, if you know what the key card's about, please tell me what the key cards are about. I'd like to know. I'm too lazy to look it up. All right. So number 7 on my list, I've got that there's new Xbox clothes in the Microsoft Store. I know this isn't like, compelling news. Like it's a slow week.
I
Okay.
was gonna say it's a very slow week if we're gonna report about clothing.
The interesting thing about the clothing is it has merch from games like Bleeding Edge, Forza, and Minecraft. The interesting part being Bleeding Edge because I didn't think that game did well enough, but maybe people like it.
Have you? I haven't tried that out yet. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I played it. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything nice. It's a cool looking game. That's all I have to say.
I had a feeling the art style was the driving force behind that game.
It looks cool. The characters are weird. You'd like some of the characters. That's it. The gameplay is not that much fun. At least not for me.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that then.
All right. Finally, number 8. The games with gold for June were revealed. So on June 1st, you get Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. And then you get OG Xbox game Destroy All Humans, which I think everybody knows. You only have till the 15th to get Destroy All Humans. So if you want it, pick it up. And then starting on the 16th, you get Coffee Talk and Cinemora, which is an Xbox 360 game. So I don't know what most of these games are. So I looked it up. So Shantae's a Metroidvania like platforming style game, I think.
Okay.
It came out in 2014. Destroy All Humans, everybody knows what that is.
Well,
I would hope.
I was going to say, just to clear up, if you don't know what it is, you are an alien. It's a very old game, so the controls aren't the best, but it's a fun game. You're an alien,
Yeah, it came out.
and you're basically going into random parts of the West Coast and just doing missions, abducting people and probing people. But, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, the first mission starts you off abducting cows, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It came out in 2005 on the original Xbox. The interesting note about Destroy All Humans is, isn't that remake coming out soon?
Yes, it was announced not too long ago. It is coming out soon. I'm not sure what to expect with it. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I don't have any idea either. Hopefully, it's in the vein of Crash Bandicoot. Like a good remake.
It's a reboot. Honestly, it's not just a remake.
Ah,
Yeah,
then it's dodgy.
yeah, it's up
Um,
in the air.
so Coffee Talk is a visual novel game that apparently takes place in an alternate reality version of Seattle, and there's werewolves and vampires and other like magical creatures like that. It just came out in January of this year, so if you haven't got a chance to play it, which I'm guessing most people probably haven't because it's a visual novel, maybe it's good.
Hmm.
And then Cinemora is a shoot 'em up that came out in 2012 on the 360, and apparently it doesn't have a health bar, and it's like a timed kind of like I'm guessing there's score. I didn't look that far into it, but the more enemies you kill, the more time you get, and then if you take damage, the time goes down.
Actually, that just brought back a memory. I played that once. When video game rental stores were still booming.
Mm.
Uh,
You remember if it's
One
good?
game, but I was too young. From what I remember, it was fun, but I was too young to understand the concept. I guess I shouldn't say
That's fair.
too young because I was a fairly decent age, but
Right. It came out in 2012.
Yeah.
You weren't that young.
I guess I was just stupid. I should say, not too young, just dumb.
Yeah, or you rent a game, you're not paying that much attention to it.
That was probably it as well.
That's a pretty classic move. That's all I have for news this week. Like I said, very slow. It was like pulling teeth to find something to report about, honestly. Hence why I threw the clothing in there. I'd say the main takeaways are probably the Call of Duty rumor and No Man's Sky probably is the other one.
And the clothing. The clothing's huge.
Oh yeah, you cannot forget about the clothing. Go get yourself some sweet t-shirts. Phil Spencer, if you're listening, I'd take a Bleeding Edge hoodie.
Oh, you meant actual
throwing that out there.
merchandise. I thought it was for your avatar.
No, real clothes.
That's why I was like, why are we reporting on avatar clothes? What are we doing?
No, real clothes in the Microsoft store,
Oh,
like on the website.
okay. Still lame news, but more exciting than avatar
Still lame.
clothes.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not Avatar. I don't think I'd report on that. Did the avatars even exist anymore?
They do.
Ugh.
I don't know why, but they do.
What a weird era that was. All right. Games that came out this week. So, I'm gonna hit on what I think are the most important games that came out this week real quick, and then we will read off every other game with like the description that's on the store. Some of the games I couldn't find a description on the store, so I had to like pull it from somewhere else. Whatever. These are the games that are gonna come out. So, Minecraft Dungeon, like I said, came out. It's on Game Pass. That's what that is. The other one that I think is kind of the biggest deal is Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, which is a $40 expansion to Mortal Kombat 11. It comes with 5 new story chapters and some new characters. That's all I could find on it in the quick little search I did. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you probably already know about it. And you're probably really excited. That's my guess. Anything else to say about those two?
No, not really. I don't believe I've got a chance to play Mortal Kombat 11 yet.
I own it. It's pretty fun. I don't think I'm spending $40 on an expansion.
No, that's a little ludicrous to me, but what do I know? I'm not into that realm, so.
Right. That's kind of where I was at. Like, I'm not qualified to make a decision on that. All right, I guess I'll start off the releases.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't put the dates because I'm probably posting this on Friday and they'll all be out anyway. So, up first we got Mini Faces Console Edition. So it says, make the Mini Face King pay for waking you from your beauty sleep. Many Faces is a multi-directional shooter inspired by arcade classics, combining single-screen action with randomized stages that will constantly keep you on your toes. Customize your character's weapon and abilities as you go, further guaranteeing that no two runs will ever be the same.
That actually sounds like a really interesting game.
It does kind of sound cool. Maybe it might be like a roguelite, maybe? I was getting that kind of vibe reading it.
Yeah. So the next one that's coming out this week is Castle Pals. You help Kylie and Owen explore Castle Pukapik and discover all of its secrets. Really not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means either. What's the game about?
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. All right. It's got a good castle name, Pukapik. I like that. Up next, we got Genetic Disaster. It says absurd guns, crazy characters, instant fun, and accidental friendly fire in this co-op action game.
That sounds like a me game.
That does sound like a you game. As soon as I read accidental friendly fire, I was like, he'd love this.
Is it really an accident though?
When you're playing, it's not.
So we've got Those Who Remain, which is Xbox One X enhanced. As the lights go out, the embers of darkness are stoked in the sleepy town of Dormont. Confront uncomfortable horrors, keep your sanity in check, and survive the night in this story-driven, first-person, psychological thriller. Sorry, my dog was biting me the entire time I read that.
That's all right. That one sounds kind of interesting. I think May is a weird month, but
yeah, the big stuff doesn't really come out till the end of the year.
Right. I meant it's a weird month for that game.
Oh,
a
yeah.
horror game in May?
That's very strange.
All right. Next, we got Shantae and the Seven Sirens. It says, packed with multiple towns and more labyrinths than ever before, Shantae and the Seven Sirens combines the most popular elements from past Shantae titles into the half-genie hero's biggest outing to date. Shantae will use all new dance abilities and instant transformation fusion magic to explore the non-linear, interconnected world and battle an assortment of diabolical foes, not the least of which are the enigmatic Seven Sirens. So this was one of the ones that didn't have a description on the story yet, so I pulled it from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
Which I think is why it mentioned past games.
I think they've made a bunch of those Shantae games, and I've never played one of them.
There's one on Game Pass, and I started it, but I didn't get very far. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I looked at them, and they never called to me.
Yeah.
So next we've got Atomi Crops, an action-packed roguelite farming simulator where you must cultivate and defend the last farm in the post-apocalypse wasteland. Farm mutated crops, marry townsfolk, and kill every mutant creature that tries to invade. I wish my dog would quit biting me. That'd be sick.
That game kind of sounds interesting, honestly.
Yeah, I would look at it when it comes out.
Yeah, I like a good roguelite. All right, next we got Indie Calypse. Indie Calypse depicts the crude reality of indie video game developers and their struggles to get their act together when it comes to releasing a video game. Three misfits team up to design and produce their own indie game, finding themselves in a path of chaos, self-destruction, and resentment. But there's also space for crude humor, pop culture references, gratuitous and non-gratuitous violence, and fear. I don't really know what that game is.
That one kind of catches my ear too, because I did play a lot of mobile, like video game designer indie stuff.
Right. Stuff like
just simulators and whatnot.
Game dev story?
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's how it plays, it might be interesting. They didn't give us a very good, description of the gameplay.
No, they did not. So next we've got a huge one, right? This one's important.
Yeah, I thought you would be excited about this, honestly.
So next we've got Ultimate Fishing Simulator, a comprehensive fishing simulator that allows using various techniques in different places around the world with two modes of difficulty, normal and realistic. Select the appropriate equipment and bait, cast your line, and wait for a bite. Every fisherman likes to admire his trophies. Some release their fish. Others stuff and hang them on their walls. Decide what you want to do with the fish you catch. The choice is yours.
Yeah, that's a big deal. If you like fishing games, it's the ultimate one.
It says so, at least.
It's in the title. It has to be. All right, up next we got Geo Rifters. Says the ground is your weapon in the fast-paced battle arena of Geo Rifters. Team up with or against your friends to punch portals, twist tunnels, flip lasers, and steal the ground from under each other using a unique arsenal of weapons and abilities in this ground-busting adventure. I don't know. I don't know. You break in the ground. It sounds kind of interesting.
Sounds like a couch game, like a split screen
Right,
game.
almost like a Perfect Dark kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Next, we've got Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling. Follow V, Kaboo, and Leaf as they uncover the secrets of the land of Bugaria. Explore and combine your team's abilities to solve puzzles, defeat powerful enemies, and find ancient treasures.
I don't think we have anything to say about that.
No.
Up next, we got Little Misfortune. Led by our new friend, Mr. Voice, Misfortune ventures into the woods where mysteries are unraveled and a little bad luck unfolds. No idea what that is about.
No, there's not much there. I think finally for the week we've got The Last Scape, which is Xbox One X enhanced. Glide through a vast open world alpine scape in the search of an answer as to why this is your only memory.
All right.
Yeah, that one's pretty vague too.
Speaking of Xbox One X enhanced, I should probably mention Little Misfortune, Geo Rifters. Those who remain are all Xbox One X enhanced. And The Last Escape, like you just said. All right, so if you had to pick one of these games, which one would you pick up based on the descriptions?
Give me a second. I have to find the name of it again. Genetic Disaster.
Genetic Disaster. The Friendly Fire game? That makes sense. That makes sense.
But I would only pick it because I would just love killing my friends, and that's it.
Right. That makes sense.
What about you? What would you consider picking up?
I'd probably pick up Atomic Crops.
Yeah, so Genetic Disaster as a joke, but also it does sound interesting. The Atomic Crops sounds interesting, and the horror game sounds kind of interesting as well.
Quick reminder, if you want to play any of the following games, they leave Game Pass on May 29th. So hashtag IDARB, which I believe was Games with Gold game.
It was a very early
Way back.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a lot of
Brothers,
that for no reason.
Yeah, we did. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which was also a Game Pass or Games with Gold game, I think. Hydro Thunder Hurricane, King of Fighters 98 Ultimate, and Old Man's Journey. Those are all leaving. You have until the 29th. So basically, this reminder is almost useless unless I post this tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was news, so we put it in. All right, I think that's it as far as news and releases. So normally I think I would put in if the people listening had questions or anything they wanted us to talk about, that would probably go in right here. Is there anything you want to talk about?
No, not currently.
All right. Maybe we could do just real quick a little bit about ourselves so that people know. We probably should have done that at the top, but whatever. We'll do it now.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fix anything in post. What are you talking about?
I was just being a smartass.
All right, so if you want to take it up top, you want to tell them just a little bit about yourself.
I'm scared, dude. You start.
All right, I'll start. All right. I am currently 24 years old, which means I'm almost old. That's how I feel anyway. I like video games. So one of the things I forgot to mention right off the top is that I don't want this to feel like a fanboy podcast. So just for the clarity of the whole thing, both of us actually own PS4s and Switches.
And not to mention the other generations of both of those companies.
Right. So we're not fanboys, okay? The thing is, I like Xbox more than the other ones. Not in a fanboy kind of way. Like, when the Xbox One first came out, I think we both were like, this thing's kind of not so great. So, a little bit about my gaming. I like, my favorite games are probably Zelda, which is not an Xbox game. Kingdom Hearts, which didn't start out as an Xbox game. And then I really like the Call of Duty series, except for the last couple before this one. That's all I want to say.
All right. I'm 23, so close to old. Not as close to old as he is. I actually grew up as a Nintendo kid, and then was PlayStation, and then switched to Xbox, and it's just where I have spent most of my time. But my top 3 games, or game series, would probably be Zelda, Yakuza from PlayStation, and honestly, it's either Call of Duty, the earlier ones, like the 360 ones, or really the game I spend my most amount of time in just wasting time is the Skate series.
Yes, that's what you've been playing lately, isn't it?
I've been playing this just because I was gonna wait till the games actually were closer to coming out or more announced, but so Skater XL has been announced. It's coming out in July, and I'm really excited about that. And then we've got a game coming out called Session, which it's going to come to early access soon. It has not been said when it's coming. But then, yeah, so I'm really just wasting time in this till one of those comes out.
Right. With those games coming out, and with Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, whatever they're gonna call it, I don't know if they'll call it HD. Is it called HD?
I think it's
the remake.
Yeah, the remasters, or however.
You think EA is gonna skate again? What do you think?
I hope EA skates again. I mean, there is a very valid push to make them because it's coming into popular culture once again out of nowhere.
Right.
And I can assure you, as soon as any of those other games comes out, there's going to be the people on the internet trolling EA with hashtag Skate4.
Yeah, that's going to happen. It's going to trend again.
I'll support it because I always thought it was funny, but
part of me feels like it'll depend on how well those games do.
Actually,
sales-wise.
So, it might be late news. I think it's probably new news for you. There is a skateboarder named Jason Dill who was in the Skate series. He was approached by EA. This is coming from him in an interview. He was approached by EA asking if he would be in a Skate 3 mobile game. And paraphrasing, because he was not nice about it, he basically told them to go away and to never contact him again, and that would be a huge mistake.
Well, he's probably 100% right about that. That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, so EA wants to skate again, but they want to skate mobily.
Well, I don't think we want them to skate mobily.
No, not one bit.
All right, well, I think that concludes the podcast.
I would say so.
We ran for 45 minutes with no news to talk about. That's not too bad.
No, I forgot we're real good at just bullshitting.
Yeah, that's I think that's the idea of the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully next week there's some good news, and I hope everyone is doing well.